It was Max Caulfield's first week studying photography at Blackwell Academy, and already things were going unexpectedly. The stress of starting high school seemed to have gotten to her, as she found herself in a nightmare. She trekked up to the lighthouse overlooking Arcadia Bay, her old home, and was shocked, in awe at the sheer size of the storm heading towards the town.
Holy shit.
The nightmare ended. She woke up in the middle of class, not knowing what the hell just happened.
Little pieces of time.
Everything seemed normal. The other students didn't even notice her waking up.
From color.
That storm had seemed so real, and it took her a few moments to bring herself back to reality.
Of a photographer who perfectly captured the human condition and
Fan of her work?
She took a selfie, prompting the teacher, Mark Jefferson, to ask her a question about the origins of self-portraits.
I believe Max has taken what you kids call a selfie. A dumb word for a wonderful photographic tradition. Now, Max, since you've captured our interest and clearly want to join the conversation, can you please tell us the name of the process that gave birth to the first self-portraits?
I did know, but I kind of forgot.
You either know this or not, Max.
Victoria took the opportunity to show off her knowledge, interrupting them.
A process that gave portraits a sharp reflective style like a mirror.
Max was saved by the bell as class ended, but Jefferson reminded everyone about the Everyday Heroes contest, of which Max had yet to enter. After her nightmare, she needed some time alone, so headed for the bathrooms. Along the way, she passed her fellow classmates, leaving them to their business. She also saw a bunch of missing persons posters, pinned to every wall. Rachel Amber. She was a former student at Blackwell. Someone must really care for her, clearly desperate for answers.
Empty. Good. Nobody can see my meltdown, except for me.
Inside the bathroom, she looked at the photo she was going to submit for the Everyday Heroes contest. She wasn't confident in her skills, believing it didn't stand a chance against the competition. She tore it up, letting it fall to the floor. Moments later, a butterfly flew in through the window, landing behind the stalls.
When a door closes, a window opens. Or something like that.
Forever seeing the world through her camera lens, Max couldn't resist taking a photo.
I don't get a photo op like this every day.
The door opened. A boy hurried in, frustrated, so Max hid behind the stalls.
It's cool, Nathan. Don't stress. You're okay, bro. Just count to 3. Don't be scared. You own this school. If I wanted, I could blow it up. You're the boss.
This was Nathan Prescott, the youngest member of the Prescott family, who were rich enough to own most of Arcadia Bay. He was shortly followed by a girl who wanted money from him.
I hope you checked the perimeter.
She accused Nathan of selling drugs to students, threatening to tell the media, and ruining his family's reputation.
You got hella cash here. I bet your respectable family would help me out if I went to them. Man, I can see the headlines now.
Leave them out of this bitch.
I can tell everybody Nathan Prescott is a punk ass who begs like a little girl and—
This was a mistake, as Nathan pulled a gun on her. She was trapped, seemingly alone, with Max helpless to do anything.
Come on, put that thing down!
Don't ever tell me what to do. I'm so sick of people trying to control me.
You are going to get in hella more trouble for this than drugs.
Nobody would ever even miss your punk ass, would they?
The girl tried to push him away, but the gun went off, and she fell to the floor. Horrified, Max called out. A surge of energy overwhelmed her, as time slowed down. Stopped, and then rewound.
Whoa. What the fuck?
Max was back in class, the same moment she awoke from her nightmare.
In the bathroom.
She remained calm, thinking through what had just happened, remembering the order of events after waking up the first time.
And then I was back here.
She could tell that this was real, from Taylor throwing something at Kate to Victoria receiving a phone call. Max had just travelled back in time. In her distraction, she pushed the camera off the table, breaking it. So, focusing hard, she was able to rewind time. Her camera rose to the table, and the damage undid itself.
Photographer who perfectly captured the
human
condition
time
in black and
machine.
white. You go, Victoria. Why Arbus?
Because of her
When I
images.
took my selfie, Jefferson asked me a question.
It worked perfectly, and after taking the selfie, Jefferson asked her the same question.
Now, Max, since you've captured our interest and clearly want to join the conversation, can you please tell us the name of the process that gave birth to the first self-portraits?
However, Max was desperate to get to the bathroom, hoping to save the girl. Instead, Jefferson told her to wait behind after class. Then once more, Victoria answered correctly.
A process that gave portraits a sharp reflective style like a mirror.
Max rewound time again, using Victoria's answer to win praise from Jefferson and allowing her to leave on time.
Louise Daguerre, around 1830.
She was amazed. She really could reverse time. Not only that, but change the outcome of events. If she was quick, she could save the girl's life.
I have enough time to get to the bathroom. I can't tell anybody. Okay, Max.
She returned to the bathroom, tore up her photo, then took a picture of the butterfly just like before. The door slammed open and Nathan Prescott entered. The interaction between him and the girl went exactly as it had before, so Max acted fast.
You don't know who the fuck I am or who you're messing around with.
Where'd you get that?
Beside her was a fire alarm. Finding a hammer to smash the glass, she set it off.
That gun away from me!
It worked. Nathan was distracted, and the girl fled.
Don't ever touch me again!
Furious, he left a few moments later.
Another shitty day.
That did not happen. This cannot be
Max was
real.
astonished. She had just saved someone's life.
Shot and then saved her.
But as she thought of all the possibilities of her powers, she was confronted by David Madsen, the head of security for Blackwell.
That means you should be outside.
I had to use the bathroom.
Girls always use that excuse.
Excuse for what?
For whatever you're up to, your face is covered in guilt.
The alarm tripped me out.
Then trip on out of here, Missy. Or are you hiding something? Huh?
Thank you, Mr. Madsen. The situation is...
She talked her way out of dealing with him, thanks to Principal Wells, but even he had his suspicions as to why Max was late to leave the building.
I'm just a little worried about...
She could have reported Nathan for carrying a gun in the school, or she could decide to lie, claiming that nothing was wrong.
Always be upfront with me.
Of course, Nathan was dangerous,
Or have
a would-be
you done
murderer.
something wrong?
However, his family practically owned the school.
Well,
If she spoke out, it could be much more trouble for her in the long term. Even if Nathan walked free for now, she still didn't have any idea what was going on between him and the girl. So Max decided to stay quiet, hoping to find out more.
Female trouble.
except you're wandering around like a zombie. And do you think that's the first time a student has used that line on me?
It's the truth. I felt dizzy in Mr. Jefferson's
Just
class.
tell me what you're hiding. You can trust me.
There's nothing to hide. I got sick. It happens, you know.
There's that teen toot again. You know, I've heard enough. Don't think I don't know what goes on around here. You've only been here for 3 weeks and you're already causing conflict. I don't think your parents will approve when they find out. Now get outside with class. Please.
But for now, she was free. She got a message from Warren, her friend who studied science. He was asking for his flash drive back, so Max went to collect it from her dorm room. But on the way back, she found David accusing Kate of something.
Don't think I'm blind. I see everything here at Blackwell. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, and leave me alone.
Max decided to intervene. If there was one thing she hated, it was bullies.
Hey, why don't you leave her alone?
Excuse us, this is official campus business.
Excuse me, you shouldn't be yelling at students or bullying them.
Hey, nobody is bullying anybody. I'm doing my job.
No, you're not.
You're part of the problem, Missy. I will remember this conversation.
Surprisingly, David backed down, but had his sights set on Max as a troublemaker.
I think you scared him for once. I have to go, but thank you. It means a lot.
Anytime, Kate.
Warren was waiting in the car park, and Max handed back the flash drive.
What up, man?
They discussed the different movies they'd watched, and she got some more recommendations.
No problem. So, did you get a chance to check out the movie booty on my flash drive?
Yeah, thanks. You had some cool shit on there, from Akira to Twilight Zone.
Which seems apropos today.
I consider myself a pop cultural pirate connoisseur.
That does sound better than thief.
Ha ha. Speaking of hip and fast, we should cruise out in my car to an actual movie this week. But you seem distracted.
She then decided to confide in Warren about her powers,
Talk to somebody, just to get it out of my system.
but they were interrupted by Nathan. Somehow, he knew it was Max who had set off the fire alarm in the bathroom.
I'm one of his students.
What the fuck ever?
Warren stepped in to defend her.
Dude?
Hey! Leave him alone!
Whore in the
She was pushed to the side, nearly getting run over by a truck.
Max? Chloe?
No way. You again.
It was Chloe, Max's childhood's best friend. The two of them hadn't seen each other in 5 years. Furthermore, she was the girl Nathan shot in the bathroom. Was it luck that the two of them would meet like this? That before they even recognized each other, Max had saved Chloe's life? This was just the start of their strange adventures that would play out in the coming days. Next week, Max and Chloe rekindle their strained friendship, but also uncover the dark secrets of Arcadia Bay, with students going missing, Nathan's rampant outbursts, and the insane visions of the storm. Will Max find out how it's all connected? Please subscribe so you don't miss what happens next.